Hello guys, and I'm Jean, and here it's my first sit down chit chat vlog with you guys. And today I decided to share with you guys about 6 kinds of toxic people who likes to affect and manipulate other people's feelings and emotions in order to get a sense of achievement and satisfaction from it. So, emotional manipulation is actually happens when a person knowingly or unknowingly uses psychological strategies meant to destabilize a person's mental well-being, and they're even trying to evoke the feelings of fear, obligated, guilt, or shame in other people, which means the manipulator will use some tactics to let you feel like this is your obligations to help me fulfill certain tasks or accomplish certain things. If not, you will develop a sense of guilt in your heart. And there is a very clear symptoms when a person has been emotionally manipulated, as you can observe this person start to doubt their sanity, their actions, or even their lives. This is very dangerous. If a person starts to doubt their reality, it will be easier for the manipulator to convince and persuade the persons to live according to their missions, values, and even expectations. So, without further ado, let's get into the first kind of toxic people, which is called the energy drainer. So, the energy drainer is a person who likes to involve themselves in dramas. They likes to gossip about other people's things even though it's none of their business. They also like to transforming the original stories into their own versions in order to make themselves to be appear like the best among the other people, and hence boost their self-confidence level. So if you have an experience to interact with this kind of toxic people, you probably will feel a sense of tiredness after you have engaged with them or after you have hanging out with them. The best way to actually deal with this kind of people is that we do not need to argue with them, because they always like to live in their own imaginations, and also they have already know what is the truth, but they just refuse to accept it. So arguing with them will just let us feel mentally exhausted. So yeah, moving on for the next kind of toxic people, we call it the fat complimenters. The fat complimenters always like to give people fat compliments, and also they just like to flatter other people without sincerely heart. And also they always like to put you in a very uncomfortable and embarrassment situation by giving you compliments when you wear something which is really ugly. And they also trying to change your mindset to let you feel like the pretty skirt you need to change, and you need to change to this one which is really ugly one. They will just persuade you to wear this to go outside. So the best way to actually deal with this kind of people is that we need to develop our own decisions making skills. We also need to prioritize our own opinions and judgments, even though sometimes asking other people for second referencing opinion, it really does matter. But sometimes if we feel like the comments is inconstructive, then we need to follow them. Maybe we need to follow our own intuitions and believe in our fashion sense and just wear whatever we feel confident, and I think everything just will be fine. Third type of toxic people, we call it the criticizer. The criticizer is basically a person who trying to criticize about all the things that you have trying to do, or you currently doing, or you have already done, because they like to act like they are a pro at every single thing, even though in the reality this is not the truth. The criticizer will actually feel good about themselves if they find out somebody else really given up their dreams because of listening to their nonsense and inconstructive feedbacks. So if you spend most of your time spending with this kind of criticizer, you probably will feel like you are useless and having no ability to actually execute a thing. This is because your self-confidence has already been disrupted by the criticizer. So the best way to deal with this kind of criticizer is that we need to learn not to tell anyone else about the things that we're gonna to do, because the more people that we tell, the more outside noise we'll create. I remember I came across a phrase from somewhere else. It mentions Distraction always have noise, but creation is silent. And I think this is very good to share with you guys, because if you tell a lot of people about the things that you're going to do, you will have a higher chances need to consider a lot of issues before you even get started to some things. You need to believe that we are a growing unique creatures living in this world, which is full of possibilities and opportunities to occur. So we need to trust the things that we actually really obsessed with or really passionate about. Do not listening to the outside voice who trying to disrupt us from focusing on our real lives. You need to learn how to cultivate your self-esteem through celebrating the small wins in your daily life. This is to protect you from being affected by the criticizer. You also need to believe in yourselves and trust your abilities. You have to follow your gut, follow your intuitions, and I think you are meant to be the where you get to be. On for the next type of toxic people, we call it the pessimist. The pessimist is a people who have lots of negative thoughts and mindsets, and they like to transfer all those negative thoughts and mindsets to the people around them. This kind of people gives up things easily, usually after their first failure. They didn't think of the ways to make any improvements. They also didn't analyze the problem and try to figuring out the solutions for the problems. Sometimes they just feel like there is no need to reflect on their mistake. The best way to deal with this kind of pessimist is that you really have to keep a distance from them, because their negative attitudes towards life will gradually affect you, will gradually affect how you perceive your life. So moving on for the next type of toxic people, we call it the controller. The controller is a people who likes to control other people's lives because they lose track of managing their own life. They also feel like there is a need to be in charge of other people's lives. Sometimes these kind of people won't give you any respect because they just know how to push your buttons, trying to step on the boundaries that you have set. So if you're growing up, your parents is a controller, probably will realize that sometimes it is hard for you to actually make the decisions independently, because you will feel like you have no rights to do so. So the best way to deal with this kind of controller is that you need to be very persistent on the boundaries that you have set. Don't let other people to have the opportunities to step on it. Moving on, the sixth type of toxic people, we call it the victim. The victim is a people who likes to play a role in front of other people in order to draw their attentions, or a people who likes to play a role in front of other people in order to seek attentions from them. They let other people to sympathize them. You need to be very careful, because the victim will set you as the target if you're showing your concerns towards them. So next time when they encounter with the problems, they will try to relate those problems with you, and they will tell you that you have the responsibilities to help them to settle those kind of problems, because you are the persons who in charge of this. They like to push the burdens and responsibilities to other people. They like to see other people suffer in stress. The best way to deal with the victim is that they actually need to learn how to reject their unreasonable requests, or else you probably will experience burnout. Overall, these are all 6 types of toxic people, and they like to use emotional manipulations to achieve their own motives. So actually, gaslighting is one of the most common form of emotional manipulation. So that's why we need to choose the people around us wisely, because energy is contagious. For example, we can choose someone who is having positive attitudes towards life, passion towards something caring and nice, providing you with emotional support. Also will feel like a sense of belongingness when you are together with them. Other than that, I also highly recommend you guys go and read the book, which is called Limitless. This book will actually let you know more about how your brain actually works and how you can learn anything faster, so you can live the life that you actually want and live your life to the fullest potential. At the same time, you can believe in yourself more and hence boost your self-confidence level. You can protect yourselves from the toxic people. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, or you can consider to subscribe this channel. It is free, and you also can tell me what kind of toxic people you have met in your life in the comment section down below, and I will be very appreciate. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.